Today we are going to discuss about system refresh. What is system refresh? Anyone definition? Copying the data from one system to already existing system is called as system refresh. That means you should have already existing system. Why we do this system refresh? Why we do system refresh means generally companies wants their SAP test system to look like their production system for better testing. If your production system is your quality system is having, your test system is having more data, then it is better for testing, right? And also to provide up to date data for your production for testing purpose, also they do system refresh actually. So when, for example, you are having a three system landscape. Okay, I'm having my development system, quality system, and production system. Generally we do system refresh from production system to quality. Refresh means we are refreshing the database of quality, and we are taking the backup here, and production system we are taking backup here, and we are restoring at quality. We do restore it quality. So all the data, whatever data you have in production, that will come and sit on your quality. Before restoring this, we delete all the data from quality system. Is it fine? So that is what we are refreshing the data. And remember one thing here, in the system refresh, we are only working at which level? Database level. We are not doing anything to your application level. Remember this. We are not doing any changes at your application level. Or what we have at application level? Which directory we are having? USR directory. All your all your logs, your everything will be there, right? Your kernel files. We are not doing anything to your application. We are only playing with the database. Remember that. So only I am backing up this production database and I am restoring into quality, so that this quality also gets updated information. We'll be having almost similar data. Why we do system refresh means to maintain almost same data in quality also, so that if you do any test on quality, if it gets successful here, there might be chances of getting successful on production. That is the reason for each and every quarter, based on your database footprint, footprint, we do system refresh. Some clients will do for 15 days also, some people will do for 6 months, some people will do for 3 months. That depends upon the data growth. This is what your system refresh. So which method we are doing here? Backup restore. You are taking the backup from production and you are restoring. Where you restore? If the system is already existing, then only you can restore. So copying the data from one system to, means from production to already existing system, that is called as system refresh. If it is system copy, means we are building a new system by using existing systems database. In system copy we should have two. In system copy, one is existing system, second one is newly built system. In system refresh, both the systems are existing. That is what the difference. You got it, I hope. Yes or no? So tell me one thing. So I am copying all my production data to quality. So when I create users, my development users are different, quality users are different, and production users are different. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. In quality, I am having functional people, testers, and basis guys. In development, I am having basis people and developers. In productions, I am having functional people and basis people and the end users. The users are different for development system and quality system and production system. When I create some user, where it will be stored actually? In the database. In database, what we have? Tables. So whenever you create a user, we are having some user related tables. I'm giving one or two examples, just like USR02 table, USR21 table, right? And USR01 table, like that. We are having USR tables for users. If you do anything, any active user authorizations, user creations, whatever you do, these tables will be updated. Okay, fine. And whenever in quality system I create some RFC connections, That RFC connections information finally stored where? At RFC tables, like RFC des, RFC doc, like that tables. And if I schedule some background jobs where it will be all the configuration information, I have done my own configuration here, some quality system, right? So all the configuration background jobs information will go and sit in your TBTCT, TBTCP table. And you create some clients and you create some logical system names for their clients that go into TBDLS, TBDLST table, and you do some transport kind of things. Whatever you do, TMS configuration, all these information will go into transport related tables. Like that, in development database, you have the same tables. All your development information, users information, configuration information, everything will be stored in some tables. The same way, quality has its own tables. Production also having some own tables. In system refresh, what I am doing, I am taking the backup of production database. Production database backup means all production tables backup I am taking. And I am deleting quality systems with all the data, means all my tables will gone. All this, for example, I have created one user. That user information is stored in some USR02. That password is stored in some USR21. That gone. I have created some RFC connections. That gone. I have created some clients T000 table. That gone. I have created some logical system tables. That everything gone. Now I restored all these backup to quality. So whatever the RFC connections I am having in production, whatever the users I am having in production, what all the logical system names I am having in production, everything will come and sit here. All these configurations, everything, users, everything will gone. Yes or no? But after refresh, I need my quality system back. I only want to bring the business data from production to quality. I want my users back. I want my TMS configuration back. I want my logical system names back. I want my license back, everything as usual. But only I need this business data from production. Can I only copy this business data by using backup method? No, it is not possible. So what we are doing, we are backing up entire thing and we are restoring here and make quality. So what is happening here? Before restoring, we are deleting this, or else if you do restore, it will be overwritten. So all my configuration information from the quality system gone, all my clients gone, everything gone. But I need my quality system in this landscape. So what I need to do? For that, we need to do some prerequisites before doing quality systems refresh. I want my users back. So I have to preserve my users. I want my RFC connections back. I need to preserve that. I want my license back. Here, if you restore here, this license will come and sit here. But what about my license, my quality license? That is deleted, already deleted. So I want my quality systems license. Every SID will have different license, right? This hardware is different. This installation number is different. So I need everything back. To get all these things set right, I have to do some prerequisites on my quality system, on my target system. Here, what is my source? PRD or QA? What is my source? Production is my source. Target is what? QA is target. Quality. So where I need to take the backup? On
In production, from the
production system I need to take backup. Where I need to restore?
In quality.
In quality I need to restore.
Production to quality.
Yes, this is what we are doing here. That is what your system refresh. But after restore, you need all these things back. So you need to back up all these things. That is what your prerequisites of system refresh. In system refresh, they ask you these three things: prerequisites, procedure, and post refresh activities. In prerequisites, you take the backup of all these things. How you take? We'll discuss today. And procedure means just restoring is procedure. Post refresh activities means whatever the things you have taken backup, one by one you have to restore, one by one you have to get it back. That is what post refresh activities. If you know prerequisites, post refresh activities are very easy. One or two things are extra things we will discuss anyhow. Is it clear, guys?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So first of all, we have to do some prerequisites. First, what you do on production system. I'll take another image. We'll discuss all these things. Okay, I'm having my quality database here. Okay, this is my production. This SID is QUA. This SID is QUA, and this SID is PRD. And this is my source. Don't get confused with source and target. This is my target. So what all the things I need to do on source system? First of all, I need to take complete backup. Yes, take backup, full backup of your source system. That is what you need to do here on your production database, and then move this backup to your quality system. Backup to target. Just whatever you backed up, that files you need to back up to your target system. That is what you have to do on source system. That's it. Now comes to quality system. Quality system, what all the things you need, that things you need to take backup. Remember, for these prerequisites, I need my license back, I need my profiles back, I need my TMS configuration, all the background jobs, all the logical systems, everything I need. So for this backup, we have so many methods to take backup of all these things. So don't get confused with these methods. You stick to one method. For example, if you want to take RFC tables backup, you can use R3TR method by using transport of copies. Today we are going to discuss about that transport of copies. Okay, by using transport, take a transport request. In the transport request, you add all the table contents and you release the transport request. When you release the transport request, what happens? When we release a transport request, what happens? Anyone?
Co-file and data file.
Co-file and data file generate. For example, I have taken one transport request. I have released that. Release it. What happens? Co-file and data file will generate where? At application level, you will get co-file and data file, right? So all the RFC tables data I have backed up to our application level. Now, can I delete these RFC tables? Yes. Later, after restoring, I just import whatever the transport request is released. I'll import the transport request into quality so that I'll get all my RFC connections, RFC definitions. Yes or no? Like that, we take few things backup in transport request. We create some transport request and we take few things as screenshots. For example, SCC4, what all the clients you have in quality, you want to know that. Just take a screenshot of SCC4 screen and what all the settings you have for that clients. For your quality, for example, your quality client is 200. For 200 client, what all the settings you have, take screenshot of that. So few things we take in a transport request, few things we take screenshots, and few things we export into files. So like that, whatever you need on your quality system, you have to take that as a backup. Few things I take backup as a transport request, few things I take as screenshots, few things I take as a export into some file. That is how we do the backup of all the required things, whatever you need after refresh. So after refresh, you have released all the transport request, right? So this transport request you import into this. Whatever the screenshots you have taken, for example, license screenshot I have taken. There I'll get a license number, hardware key, installation number in that screenshot. Can I show you that? See, if I take license screenshot, so I'll get my hardware key, license number, installation, everything, right? So after creation of my quality system, I'll give all these numbers. For this I need only screenshot. I can take table also, the license table related table also I can take backup in transport request. or else I can take screenshot. For example, all the clients you need, just take SSE4 screenshot. Okay, operation modes, RZ04, take screenshot of this. What are the operation modes you have? So few things I take screenshots, few things I take into transport request, few things I'll do export. Like that, whatever the things I need after system refresh, so I am backing up those things. How I am backing up? Few things into transport request, few things into export into file format, few things I am taking screenshots. What are the things we need to take backup? Now I'll show you. Is it fine, guys?
Yes, sir.
These are all called as prerequisites. And remember, you follow one document. Don't club all the documents. In my organization, I require some different tables. In your organization, you require some different tables. Today, I am going to discuss the mandatory, the most probably whatever the tables they have taken at the time of system refresh, that topics only I'm going to cover as a prerequisites. And don't get confused. In that document, we are having these tables we need to take backup, and you didn't tell these things. No, this is your wish. Whatever you require, you are taking backup. Some other guy requires some other things, some other client requires some other things. So don't get confused. I'll share you 2 to 3 documents and follow only one document and explain only that things. At least if you have some 15 things to take backup, at least you should able to answer some 10 things as a prerequisites. What are the things you take TRs? What are the things you take screenshots? What are the things you take as a export? Those things you explain them. That is enough. Is it fine, guys? It is not a, there is not a standard rule you have to take all these things backup. No, nothing like that. It depends upon project to project. In this project, I need these things to be backed up, so I am taking only that things as a prerequisites backup. Okay, so here what all the things we are taking backup means, I'll give you one example. See, take the SAP license screenshot. See, I'm taking what? I'm taking screenshot here. As a, it is also backup only. After that, after building my quality system, after restoring of quality system, I use this screenshot and I enter all those things into that. Okay, and file system space. Remember these things. One is license backup. Hit S license T code and take the screenshot. How you take the screenshot? Just by using snipping tool or any paint also you can take, right? And file system space and DBA planning calendar, DB13 T code, screen, just a screenshot. And backup of operation mode, RZ03, RZ04, logon groups, SMLG, RFC server groups, SM12 screenshot, logical system overview, BDLS, BD54. Take the client settings backup using SSE4. Take SSE4 screen. I'll show you all these things. SSE4, take this screenshot, and for example, I'm having some 200 client. Open that client and all the settings, whatever I am having for that client. After refresh also, you go with same settings. That is what that meaning. Okay, and S license we have seen, and RZ03 screen. Okay, and RZ04 screen, and RZ10 screen, and one more thing, BD54. All these are screenshots only. Okay, we are taking all these screenshots so that you can have what are the logical systems I'm having here. I'll have all the list here so that I can again create that thing. Is it fine, guys? These are all screenshots. Remember the screenshots. What are the screenshots I am taking? Write down client settings, client, SMLG, SM59, RZ12, BD54, DB13. Okay, and take the backup of TMS screen. Import overview. In STMS you will get import overview, system overview, in transport routes, from where to where you have configured transport routes, and RFC connections. Okay, and like that, a few things you have to take as a screenshots. This is about your screenshots. So you got some nearly 5 to 6 points, right? We are taking license screenshot, RZ10, RZ03 operation modes, RFC connections, TMS overview, import overview, system overview, transport routes, and RFC tables, logical system names, and client settings, everything. Remember these things. These things you have to take as a backup. After that, you have to take RFC users. You need users backup. Whatever the users you have in your quality client, that users you want to take backup. This is very important question. How you backup users? By using export. By using export. How you do the export? Client export. Anyone? SCC? Client export.
SCCL, SCC 8.
SCC 8. Excellent. SCC 8. Now what you need? Select profile. What you need from this client? I want all the users. So take all users. What is your target system? Give same system. For example, this is your quality. This is my development system, so I'm giving same. Okay. And schedule as background. Okay, SAP user, source client, immediate, and say schedule job. So what is happening here? All your users are exporting. Exporting and importing is what? Exporting and importing. Later we import. Export plus import is what? TMS. Yes or no?
Client.
So when I export, what it is doing, see, it is creating some transport request. KO, KT, KX. Important interview question. When you export user master data, what type of transport request it will generate? So KO, KX, KT. These three type of transport request. Based on the client copy profile you choose. For example, you choose what? SAP underscore user. For SAP underscore user is client specific data or cross client data, user master data. User master data is client dependent or independent?
Client dependent.
Client dependent. So see, for transporting client specific data, it is creating KT transport request. For if you are exporting cross client data, it is creating KO type of transport request. If it is client specific test, it is KX. So which profile you have chosen now? SAP underscore user. So what is that? Client specific data. So what request it will generate? KT request. Remember this. KO, KT, KX. KO for cross client data. KT for client specific data. KX for client specific test. Okay. So you have chosen SAP underscore user profile, that is client specific data. So it will create this transport request KT. Okay. Background job was successfully scheduled. Okay, fine. So where you see the background job status, client copy status, SCC 3. Go to SCC 3. See for exports. So it is processing. Go to exports, it is processing. If you double click on this, it will show you the user export is happening. So after finishing of this, what happens? Export means you will get co-file and data file. Where? In your trans directory. So you are having physical copy of your users at application level. After, so you are backed up your users, right? By using this mechanism, you backed up your users at application levels, USR SAP trans directory. Later, after restore of your source database into target, you can import this transport request. That KT transport request is released now. That transport request you import into your quality client. So you will get all your users back. Yes or no? Exported successfully. Okay, fine. Now go to your co-file and data file directory. There you will find USR SAP trans. Under that, co-file and data file. Co-file. See, KT generated. Why? You selected a client specific data. SID KT. So this one. And you will get RT data. right? This one. So what is happening here? You are exported your quality users to application level. So you are not deleting this USR directory in system refresh, right? You are not doing any, you are not touching this uh, application level. You are only playing at database level. So your data, your users data is safe at application level. Yes or no? Later, after building up of your system quality system, you can import that SID, KT, that transport request into same client, so that all your users will be backed. Your quality users will be coming into your quality system. Remember, if you are creating any transport request as a prerequisite for system refresh, you have to release the transport request. If you don't release the transport request, what happens? Your data will be at a database level only. You are deleting that entire database, so all your transport requests also gone. If you release that, what happens? Whatever the contents in the transport request will be exported to your application level in the form of co file and data file. Later you can import the transport request so that you can retain your data. Tricky question, they will ask you, okay, you are creating some transport request to take the backup of your RFC tables, interface tables, and your logical system tables. Will you release the transport request or not? They'll ask you this question. So your answer should be, I'll release the transport request. If you don't release the transport request, you won't get the data at application level. So from where you will recover the data later? Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
So export user master data by using SCC8. This is one of the prerequisite. Go to SCC8 and select the profile. Which profile? To get user master data, SAP underscore user profile, and give the target system name. What is your target system here? Same, your source only target. Later you are importing into this. Later you are importing into this system only, na? So give the same system name there. Don't give, from you are doing in quality. Don't give PRD as target. Give QA as a target. Is it fine, guys? Like this?
Source, I didn't understand, sir. Source and production both. Source and target both are production. First time we have to choose.
No. So here, for this transport request, where it has to be imported, that is what target in this scenario. You are creating a transport request. What is your target? In quality only, you want to import this later, right? From where you are exporting users?
Okay.
From quality. For where you want to import that users? Into quality only. So give source as a QA, target also QA. Is it fine?
I understand.
So now you have done a few things up to here. You have backed up license, you have backed up profiles, TMS overview, import overview, system overview, transport routes overview, BDLS, BD54, RZ04, RZ03, SSC4 screenshot, SSC4 client settings screenshot, everything you have taken backup. These things you have taken as a screenshot, and user master data you have used a client export mechanism to get the user master data. This is different one, and compared to all these, this is different one, right? And now take RFC tables backup, RFC tables, or else some BDLS tables, ALE tables, partner profiles. For that, how you take the backup of that?
Sir, sorry for interrupting.
Yes.
So I have this doubt. Once it is export is completed, we get three types of file request, right, sir?
Yes.
So what is the use of those three files? Because in user trans directory we could see the KT file, right?
Yes.
So what is that other where it goes the other files like
No,
KO
it
and
is not.
KX?
See, it is clearly saying you, based on the client copy profile you choose, the following three transport requests will generate. If you choose SAP and is client specific data, it will only create KT transport request, not KX and KO.
Okay, sir. Okay.
It won't create three transport requests there. It is giving you the information based on the client copy profile you choose. If you choose client independent data, it will create KO. If you choose client dependent data, it will create KT. If you choose client dependent text, it will create KX, right? So you have chosen client user master data. User master data is client specific data. So it is created KT transport, only one transport request.
Okay, sir. Okay.
That is the reason you are seeing only one code file, one data file. I hope you got the point.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. And you
Yeah.
need to take a backup of RFC
I got
tables. Yes, Srinidhi. Anything to ask? Okay. So you need to take some RFC tables backup and some BDLS backup and a TBDLS. This is your logical system table, TBDLS, TBDLST, and your transport table E070 and your background job tables. All these you require. So for that, you create one type of transport request. What is the transport request? Is transport of copies. You know customizing request, you know workbench request. Yes, you don't know. We have 4 types of transport request. One is customizing request, second one is workbench request, third one is transport of copies, fourth one is relocation. So today we are going to see this transport of copies. So to create any transport request, what is the T code? You can use any T code, SC09, SC10 or SC01, right? SC01. Everything is same. Just to say create which type of transport request? Transport of copies. Why we used to choose transport of copies, I'll tell you. Okay, so give some description. Okay, RFC tables back. Okay, QA tables backup for system refresh. I'm giving some description. Okay, target, give same system. Which system? Quality system. You want to import this into your quality only. So this is my development system, so I'm giving same development system. Okay, fine. Okay, and say save. It will create a transport of copies. Yes, created. Nothing is there in that transport request, right? Just double click on that and go to change mode. Now it is giving you program ID, object name, object ID and object name. So here you need to use R3TR. Actually this is R3 trans. Who is to export something from the database, we are using R3 trans program. Na? R3 trans. What is object? My table, right? Tab view and give RFC des. RFC related tables will start from RFC. Enter. So here you'll be having object with keys. Enter that and say star, so that it will take everything from that table. Simple. How simple we are doing here? See, RFC des. Other thing, the same RFC tables, whatever you know, we will be having some 10 to 11 tables will be there. So give all R3TR, tab view, RFC. So all RFC connections, RFC information will be stored into your transport request. If you want to add some more things into the same transport request, same R3TR. Okay, yes. So what I am doing here, I am exporting all this TBDLS, logical system names. Say star, all the contents from that table. Star means same R3TR. Remember this one. How you take the backup of your tables means by using this. You can create scripts also. I'll show you today how you create scripts and how you do like this. Okay, and TBDLST, that is one table, another table. And for your WE20, WE21, ALAs and partner profiles, R3TR. There are so many tables. I am only adding 1 or 2 tables here for your understanding. EDI port profiles. Okay, enter. So just give star there and star here. So all the contents are from that table. Okay, star here. Everything I am copying, I am taking into Which transport request? This transport request I am taking. Once save. Okay, all these tables are backed up to this transport request. Now see, in this transport request, what are the table contents you are having? See, RFCDS, TBDLS, TBDLST. If you open that, it will give star, means all contents from these tables are backed up into this transport request. After the backing up into transport request, what you need to do with the transport request? You have to release the transport request. If you release the transport request, the contents of these tables will be backed up in the form of co-file and data file at your application level, so that later you can import the same transport request into same system, into quality system. Is it fine, guys? Any doubt here?
Yes, sir. Thanks, sir.
So few things we take as screenshots backup, few things we export, few things we take as a transport request, transport of copies backup. What is this transport of copies? So when you create a transport request, what happens actually? See, exported successfully exported. You can check that co-file and data file at your application level. USR, SAP, trans, co-file. Yes, this one. So KO, KX, KT for only for exports. For this, your regular naming convention, SID K9, and if you go with a data file, R9 will be there. So all these tables information is backed up to this transport, this co-file and data file. Later, after building up your quality system, you can import into your quality. That transport request you just import. So all your RFC connections back, or your logical systems will back, everything, whatever you backed up into that TR, everything will be backed up. So what is this transport of copies means? Transport of copies will end in the next target system. When you create a transport request in development, when you release that, what happens? Automatically it will be added to next target system's buffer. Yes or no? From quality, it will next added to, when you import into quality, next it will be added to your next target system's buffer. So if you create in development, you have to import into quality, then you have to import into production. But if you use transport of copies mechanism, it will die in next target system. So I am giving QUA as my target. The source is QA, and target also I am giving QA, means when I import into quality, it is dying there. It is not adding to next target system. I don't need that content into production system, right? That is the reason we use transport of copies. To import into the same system, we are using transport of copies. If you want to import into next target system, production system or quality system, then you use customizing request, workbench request, that kind of transport request. For transport of copies, it will die in next target system. What is my next target system? I am giving target system as same quality, so it is dying there itself. So it won't add to your target system. This is how we need to take the backup of all the tables, whatever the tables. I'll give you all the list. So some RFC tables names, some BDLS tables, or background job tables, or transport tables, whatever the tables you want, whatever the information, configuration information you want back in your quality system, you have to create one transport of copies. Which type of transport request you will create in system refresh? Transport of copies. Will you release that? Yes, I'll release that. How you take the backup of your user master data? By using client export. What type of transport request it will generate? Based on the client copy profile, it will generate KT type of transport request. All interview questions, remember. What are the prerequisites? Take the backup of user master data, take the backup of RFC destinations, RFC tables, interface tables, partner profiles, and ALE tables, logical system tables, transport tables. Whatever you require, you can just add into the transport request. Take one separate transport of copies for RFC tables, take another transport of copies for transport table, your wish. You can add all the things in one transport request, or else you can create different transport requests. That is your wish. And take the backup of your printers. How you take the backup of printer? We didn't discuss spool administration. So go to more. utilities for output devices, export devices. Simple. So you export it. So it will export it to your OS level. You can save this file. List, save as a file. So unconverted. So it will ask you some name, printer, where you want to save on your desktop. Yes, you can take that all printers, whatever configured on your systems, you can take the backup of your printers. Later, if you want to import, same thing. Just to go to your SPAD and output devices, like that you can import it later. So first of all, you have to export it to some location. So how I am taking backup of my printer configuration? By exporting utilities, output devices, export devices. When you are importing, same utilities, output devices, import device, then it will ask you for the text file, whatever the text file you saved. So by reading that, it will configure all your printers, whatever the printers you configured on your quality. Like this, we have to do all the prerequisites on your quality system. Can we see all the things on the document?
Yes.
So not only R3TR method, you can create some scripts at operating system level, and your Linux level also. You can create some scripts to export the data from the database. Later you can import by using that script. You can do. There are so many ways. You don't get confused with these many ways. I will give you one document or two documents just to follow that. Okay, we'll see one document. Meanwhile, which one? Yeah, this is the updated one. Very much updated one. This one.